Hello, friends. Zethel here. Welcome to episode 5 of my Let's Learn series on the All the Mods 3 Lite mod pack. In today's episode, we are going to upgrade our tools and travel to a brand new dimension. So I know we said last time that we are going to make the base pretty, but I realized the food situation's getting a little bit dire. And I think another thing that I really want to do is make it easier to mine. So the plan today, first, I tried to do a little more digging with seeds and stuff, and we got a few more of those and a bit more industrial hemp. These are not growing fast enough, so I think it's time to build a little something to help us out in that regard. And that is from Extra Utilities 2, and it's the watering can. It looks like it just needs regular stone and a bowl. So we'll put 4 pieces in there and make a bowl. This is, I believe, just a vanilla bowl. We should have a few pieces of wood left. Okay, we just need to wait on this to go. I've started to get some cotton, so we'll be able to get some wool soon. That will be nice. That's the first thing I want to do, is to make it easier to get food, because I realized my food situation isn't doing so well. There's not. I could eat some rotten flesh, but maybe some brains. That might be good. But right now, I guess I could also plant a bunch of oak saplings and just hope to get a bunch of apples. But I'm really low on food, so we need something to help us. Let's get the stone, and we're going to build a watering can. Now, you notice the bar at the bottom. That indicates that we are currently out of water. Luckily, it's super easy to get more water. Just go to any water space and hold down right click, and you can see it filling up. Once you have a nice full watering can, you can come over here, hold right click, and it's going to grow it in a 3x3 range. Look how fast that's doing it. I can already feel the hunger starting to go away. So it's not super fast, but much faster than letting it grow on its own. You can see it's done. I probably should have planted the wheat in a 3x3 way, just excuse me. I should have planted in a 3x3 just so I could be growing nothing but wheat, but we might as well grow some. We can also do some of the cotton, get some good stuff going there. And yeah, so we're starting to get somewhere. I already got 4 pieces of wheat. So why don't I pause here? I'm going to spend a little more time just to get a few more pieces of wheat so that I can get some food, and we can go on to the next thing that we want to do today. But the watering can is just a really nice... Oh, it's empty, so I now have to go back here and fill it again. But to be honest, you don't really want to see me doing this over and over again before I starve to death. So we're going to pause there, and we'll be right back after we get a few more pieces of wheat. Okay, so we did pretty good. We got 14 pieces of wheat. Not bad. We'll go turn those in. In addition, as I was making it, something popped off called a Soul Gem Wheat from Silence Gems. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, that is a mob that I'm not that familiar with. I know a little bit about it. And so I think we'll take a look at that in a future episode. If there's anything about that you think I should be focusing on, well, just let me know. But we got our bread. Can we make it better? Sometimes you can... I've seen a mod pack, you can turn it into toast. Well, this makes 3.5, 2.5 makes it a little bit better, I guess. Oh, but the saturation's not as good. You can mix it with things to make some aqua chow. But it doesn't look like you can do any sort of thing with it other than just eat it for bread, and that's fine. Sometimes you can cook it into toast. We'll just keep it as bread for now. There we go. Okay, we are happy. Looks like it's starting to get dark. But what I want to do today is we have our smeltery up and running. We can see I've went through and processed my ore, so we're doing pretty good. And we got an impressive amount of iron, and we got so much that I'm so happy about that we can do something really fun with it. Now we're going to need probably a few more bricks. I don't know if I have it, but I'm going to show you a neat little trick you can do with this. I'm going to put 4 pieces of cobble into here. And this is one of the ways, if you don't want to go hunting out for sand or gravel or clay, you can just get the bits that you need to make a simple 1x1 furnace. And once these are in there and melted, oh, my lava's beginning to run out. I'm going to have to go get more lava soon. But once this comes out, let's pause here. We're going to come back when this is almost melted. Okay, so we have melted on. We now have a seared stone 1 ingot, and now this is being poured out to here. So cobblestone, when melted through a smeltery, will make seared bricks. And from here, we can turn this into a few pieces. Pretty cool. And it looks like it's doing it from a 1-to-1 ratio. So I want to see if I can make that a little faster. So one thing that you often see in mod packs is compressed cobblestone. So this is taking 9 blocks of cobblestone, compressing it into there. What I'm hoping for is for this to be able to melt. And if it does, no, it doesn't melt. I've seen sometimes where you can melt that and just you can jam more in. But let's go ahead and jam another 24 of these. It's getting dark, so we'll go to bed. But we'll have this working on it while we're sleeping. And we'll get into the next little bit that we're doing. So let's go to bed. And we're going to come back. What we're going to make is our upgrade to the tool station, and that is called a tool forge. Here's an example. Now let's go ahead. We want to make it. We're going to make it with iron. There we go. So we're going to kind of save that over here. We've made our clock, so I guess we don't need that anymore. And I always like having storage crates because I seem to make too many of those. So here's the recipe. It's a much bigger recipe. We have some seared bricks, so that's why we're making that. We need the original tool station, and then we need 4 blocks of iron. So that's kind of expensive, but with the doubling that we've done, we've gotten a pretty significant amount of it. So we're going to go through here and grab the 4 pieces that we need. We do have the 1 brick here, and I just happen to have 3 more here. Oh, I didn't need all 3. I just needed 3. Now the other piece we need is the original tool station. And now when we put that together, oh, I needed one. I did it backwards. I need 1 more block of iron. There we go. Now with that, the block of iron makes the legs. We put the tool station in the middle, and we use the 3 seared bricks across the top, and that gets us a tool forge. Now this is a game changer, a really nice thing to get to as early as you can. You'll notice now we've opened up a number of new items. We've gotten a crossbow, we've gotten a larger sword, a longbow, a lot of great stuff, but we're going to work on these 3 things right here. Kind of tempted also to do, I would be tempted to do the scythe, but it's one thing that's not really needed because the pack has fast leaf decay. What we want to build is a hammer, an excavator, and a lumber axe. This is going to make our life a ton better. So we can see that the hammer is comprised of a couple large plates, a tough tool rod, and a hammerhead. The shovel, once again, the shovel head, it also needs a tough tool rod and a tough binding. And the axe is the same way over here. So we still should have some blank patterns. Not enough. Let's make a few more of those. And we'll just make a bunch here. Okay, that's way too many. That's okay. We'll put our patterns in here. So now we need to start working on this stuff. So we have the broad axe head, the hammer head, and the big shovel. We'll put those into there. In addition, I think we need the large plate, a tough rod, and the large binding. So I'll put those in there. Now for these tools, I often, and for quite a while, I'll keep them really, really easy and just use cobble for it. So let's grab a little bit more cobble because this is going to take up a bit, Sorry about that. And we're going to get our pieces. So the first one we're going to build, my favorite, is the hammer. So we're going to need, we know we're going to need 1 hammerhead. We'll use the large plates, and we want a tough rod, but we'll make that out of wood so it kind of repairs itself. So let's go ahead and build this, our hammer. We got that, those 2 pieces, and a wood. Okay. So we're going to take this and show you what it does. I don't want to mess up my cave a little bit, so let's pause. I'll go down to the cave and we'll see what it does. Okay, so we've landed at the bottom. We're back at Y level 11. And we're going to just mine out a little bit just so I can do a nice demo of what our tool, or what our hammer does. So you notice when I'm holding it, we can see a grid, and the grid is 3x3, and that means when I hammer, it's going to automatically dig out all of those things all at once. How awesome is that? For exploring and mining, now we can go through and get those, and anything it could mine, it will automatically mine. So notice that it picked up the iron ore, but left the cinnabar because it wasn't something that I could mine. So as we go through, we can start going through here, and this is a much faster way to collect raw resources, and look at that. There we go. We are on camera, the very first diamonds that we have found on camera. That's awesome. But that's what this is used for, is to dig out. And like I said, if it can dig anything, it will. So now we can replenish some of our coal. And there we go. How awesome is that? Here's a bunch of iron in the ceiling. Click the center one and mine that out, because that's something that we can do. More iron. It makes, I love this tool. I love this tool so much. It makes it nice. Now notice if I do it right on the edge, this is always the center. So this would mine those 3 blocks, this would mine those 2. And not only is this good for mining, but this is also a really good thing to do for base construction. I'm seeing some drips. So that means there's a bit of a pool underneath us. There's a bit of a water up here. We don't want to mine that out. We almost had a bit of a disaster. But let's pick up our first diamond. Get that achievement. Diamonds. We've got our first diamond. We're super happy with that. Anyways, so that's the hammer. Let's go upstairs and we're going to build the other 2, and I'll show you what those do. So while we're up here, we can see that there's not a lot of fuel. I'm going to need to get more of that. But I did pick up, like you saw, I did pick up a bunch of iron. So let's pick that up and put that in the smeltery and get that working while we build our other tools. So the next one we want to do, and this one's going to be very similar to the first one. We're going to need another tool rod. My inventory is getting a little full. So let's drop off a few things. We'll drop off some of the blocks. We got a lot of cobblestone now. From here is some random stuff. I don't know what that is, but we'll put it in there. It looks good. Some cotton we can put in the chest. That'll clear us up enough for now. So we know for the excavator. I can't. What is the name of that one? Where's the tool forge? The excavator. Oh, I didn't name my hammer. I like naming these things. So for our excavator, these are the pieces that we need. So once again, going to the part builder, we're going to get our tough rod. We got our tough rod, our tough binding. We need 1 large plate, and we need the excavator head. Now, while we're here, we might as well just get the other pieces so that we can build it, and then I can show you all at once what all this stuff does. So let's go back and build another one of those, another binding, and this should be good. Oh, it looks like we need 1 more of the plate. Okay, so let's take a look at these 2. So the first one is our excavator. We can put this up in here. And the other one we want to do is the lumber axe. Got those 2. So we'll head outside so we can demo this. So probably not too unexpected. We can see once again as we hover over this, it makes a 3x3 grid. And this is very similar to the other one. If it's something that your shovel could dig, this will clear out that area for you. And once again, it's centered, wherever block you're looking at, it's centered, and we'll place it. So this is a nice way to kind of clear off an area. Or if you're digging downstairs and you happen to run into gravel or dirt, you'll go through that super fast also. So that's the excavator. The third one we're taking a look at is our stone lumber axe. This one is awesome. So we've gone through and chopped down trees with our stone lumber axe. Simply chop. And the whole thing chops down. Now, I guess you need to be hitting the bottom one. I wasn't 100% sure of that, but let's try that with this one. Chop the whole tree down. Now I do like that tree. That's a nice little tree. Let's try a bigger one. I don't want to do that one. That one is going to be useful coming up. Some of these are really nice, but we'll clear out a little area. This just makes it really nice. And what we can do is create a little tree farm. We can plant some of the saplings in. And we got a nice stack of wood for ourselves. We're already at 22. That's pretty good. So what we can do now with this is we could plant a few of the saplings that we have over here. And now it's going to be less of a bother to get a tree farm going, right? So we'll plant this. That will eventually grow, and we can get our wood that way. So these 3 tools from the forge make for just a wonderful quality of life improvement for the game. It makes mining faster. It makes chopping down trees faster. It makes digging dirt faster. Now the other stuff that we see in here, we're not going to take a look at right now. But for example, have the cleaver. This is a one that's a very, very high damage weapon. It's very slow, but has a better chance to behead. We have a longbow. It provides high damage, but it's less mobile. We have the crossbow. It's powerful. It uses crossbow bolts. That's a really nice one. It just kind of shoots really fast. And that's what we have. Now, you may think, you know what, mining was okay, but it was really fast to do. It was really slow to do that with my stone hammer. It was. But the nice thing is just like the other tools, you can use the repair kits, the sharpening kits to repair them on the fly. You can also just use stone here. So you can see we've repaired that now. We can go, let's make all these nice repairs while we're here. Perfect. That is awesome. I love it. So as a small little side view, the next thing we want to do is I've been building up a little bit of junk. Like, am I really going to use, with all these wonderful Tinker's tools that I have, am I really going to use any of these? Again, the answer is quite honestly no. So to help with that, we're going to create a trash can. And all it is some smooth stone and some cobblestone. So we need 3 more pieces of smooth stone. Other than that, we need a chest and some cobble. So let's get one of our chests, the cobble, and we'll just wait for this to dispense. So what the trash can is a nice multi-block, and as you may guess, anything you put in it goes away forever. And you have to be really careful. You cannot get these items back, but it provides a really convenient way just to get rid of stuff that you don't really want to need. You have to be careful though. You don't want to put your favorite tool into the trash can. It's gone forever and you'll never see it again. So we got the trash can out. Let's go through and we'll put it somewhere safe, and we'll put it up here. And I want to go through and get these weapons again because I don't need them. So make sure I do the right ones. Stone axe, don't need, it's gone. You can also put a filter on here so that it will only accept certain items. Not so much useful for clicking items in, but where it really comes in handy. I'm going to get rid of the bow for now also. Yeah, that looks good. Where it really comes in handy is eventually we're going to be able to use pipes and tubes to automatically move things around. So if there's stuff you automatically wanted to get rid of in a trash can, that's one thing you can do. You can put a filter on it, and then only certain items can go into the trash can so that you're not trashing everything. Pretty useful. But we have now that we have a bunch of stuff here, we need a little more cleanup. We have some lead. We can put that back into our smeltery because I'm imagining that the iron is now done. We got another good bit of iron, so let's put a lead in now. That's the only one thing that you can never be 100% sure what materials are and won't mix and match. So between the two, I always find it safer to do one at a time. Now, eventually we're going to get some power going and replace this entire thing with a single block, but that's for a future episode. What we're trying to do is those early game stuff to make our life easier without having to rely on power, which is a good thing to do. Okay, let me take a moment here. I just want to clean up my inventory, put things away because it's a real big mess right now. And I think we're going to solve one other problem that we have, and that is I want to keep the vanilla world as good as possible. A lot of times when I'm working, I come down here and I just start digging the crap out of everything. We have a fix for that. And so let me go get a few things together. Let me clear my inventory, and we'll be right back and do okay, I think I have everything I need. One of the things I noticed that, once again, my crops weren't growing, but I did look at more wheat recipes. And when I went in here, I did find here, if you put them side by side, it turns into actually additions dough. And if you take dough, you'll notice smelting dough in a furnace makes baguettes. Baguettes give you back 3 each. So that means each piece of wheat is giving me 3 versus it takes 3 wheat to make bread, which is only 2.5. That is a much better way to do that. So let's get some dough. We'll put this in here and make some baguettes. That's going to make the food a little bit better. The other thing I want to do is a lot of recipes require smooth stone. So let's just start smelting up a bunch of that. We're going to need it. And like I said, I don't want to mess up the world too much, and I like going to doing different things. So we're going to look at a mod called Aroma 1997's Dimensional World. And this is creating a portal to another world, kind of like how you get to the Nether, right? You create a portal for the Nether, you click on it with flint and steel, and then magically you're in a different dimension. Well, this is a different dimension called the mining dimension. And we're going to make that today with the rest of our time. The first thing we need to do is make a mining multi-tool. This is pretty easy. It's a stick, flint and steel, stone pickaxe, and a couple of pieces of smooth stone. So let's put that together. So we need a pick. We need flint and steel. So we can use one of the irons that we now have, plus that. There's our flint and steel. We need 2 pieces of smooth stone, flint and steel. That, I guess I could click it in. I swear, I thought I heard zombies, but I think it's just the fire going. Oh, did I do that wrong? Oh, we need a tool rod from Natura. Well then, can you do that with regular sticks? Nope. So apparently, you need very specific sticks. Eucalyptus. Was it a eucalyptus outside that we had? No, it says stick. Okay, let's see what I'm doing wrong here. Let's grab these pieces. Oh, it needs stone bricks, not just regular stone. Okay, that's a mistake I meant. So that's a good tip, I guess, we can put over here. Obviously, when you hover over something, it will show you. This is how I'm automatically moving recipes into the crafting grid. Highlighting them will show you what you're missing. And so I was missing a couple pieces of just bricks. So you can take 4 stones. This is another vanilla Minecraft. From here now, we have our mining multi-tool. Now, to build a portal, we're going to need roughly, I think, 12 of these. So we need a mining multi-tool plus chiseled stone. So I think this is regular stone. We have 9. I want to get 12, 13. It's nighttime. Let's go to bed real quick. So we'll come back. In the multi-tool, we'll get 12 of these. Nope, I guess it's probably going to be the bricks again, right? Beautiful. So we got our portal frames. That takes durability from the mining tool. But now we have something really cool. So I'm going to take this and probably put it here-ish, just to make it look like it came from somewhere, right? Want to look like we stumbled upon this cave and magically we found a new dimension. So I'm going to put this kind of in here. I'm going to embed it into the wall to make it look interesting. And I think I might take some of the dimension, and once we decorate the cave, I might spill some of that over into here. So let's go ahead and put our portal frames in. And I think we just right-click with the mining tool. And there we go. We have, we'll kind of unhide that. We have our dimension to the mining world. So it says to go through the portal, you have to sneak click into it. So just walking into it doesn't do anything. It's not like the nether. But once I'm standing in a portal, if I just sneak, I vanish and I head to a new dimension. So we are at the mining dimension. This is a super flat dimension. I'm going to put a couple torches up here just so it's lit. And how awesome is this? So this is a world specifically meant for you to mine. It does nothing else. It's super flat. It looks like we got some caves that we could go into if we really wanted to, or we can just start mining. And you know what? Since we have this here, I think we came in this way, didn't we? Let's make it so that we just have to run into our cave. So now with our excavation tools, we're going to start. There we go. We're going to start mining. So now we have a world that we don't have to worry about messing up our first world and making things look a little bit ugly. Don't got to worry about that. Now we can just come down here and mine to our heart's content. This is just a really nice area so that you don't mess up your world. I love using it. We'll put some torches so we don't get... Mobs will spawn, just a heads up. I can't remember if this dimension is always daylight. That's the one thing I'm not 100% sure on. But this is just a... There we go. We're starting to pick up some ores now. We're on Y level 56. And this is just going to make it really nice to mine. We have created a little mine shaft. We're going to get that down to 11 also, so that we can go down. We have a mine shaft here. You can see also some flora and fauna have spawned here, including these silent gems glow roses, which we need to figure out what those. And it looks like special trees, not regular trees, but it looks like special trees are spawning. We have a little slime island up here. That's really interesting. We'll have to take a look at that in a future episode. And I want to make this a little bit bigger because that's a little bit right. Oop. I meant to use the shovel for that one. So there we go. We'll put this just right down here, making sure it's nice big and we don't hit our head. I like making it a little bit big so that once we come back, we're going to get some stairs in here so that we can run up and down again and go mining. But this is the world we're going to use to collect resources. And so that is your task. And if you want to go back, head into the portal, sneak, and bam, we should be. Do you see that creeper that was right down there? There's a little cave there. This is nice. There we go. That is, how awesome is that, right? So I think this may lead us to our wrapping up point because we're a little bit over time. So today was a pretty good episode. We created a watering can to feed ourselves a little faster, found a better recipe for making baguettes, and we upgraded our tool station to a tool forge to get a couple really, really good weapons. In addition, now that we have some good stuff to mine with, we've created our mining multi-tool to make some bricks to create a portal to the mining world, and we're set. This is looking really good. I'm really happy with how things are turning out. Maybe soon we'll get back to decorating our base, but for now, my name is Ethel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.